Hello, folks. It's our first day in the forge since Christmas. Hope Santa Claus was nice, brought you some things you like. He brought me some pretty nice stuff, but he also brought me the flu, so my time at the forge is going to be very limited today. Going to be working with a scrap steel item. You know, that's not something that I typically do. I usually use purpose-made blade steel, but what I have here is an old file. Found this doing a little cleanup around the shop. Lord knows how old it is. It's pretty dull. I've got it ready to forge. I rounded the end off a little bit to make my tip. And if you will notice, this edge here, I've polished and ground all the teeth off and done just a little polish along the edge. That's going to be my blade edge. I did that because I don't want any of the file teeth here to be hammered in and have a possibility of getting a cold shut from the teeth folding over and starting a stress fracture. Anyway, so it's a nice old file. It's a shame it was worn out. Let's get it hot and smack it a few times. So we're going to start out like always with drawing down our point, hammering from the spine side down to the edge side. I want a fairly long point, not terribly long, but 2-3 inches would be good. Yeah. It's probably getting to be about the right length. Just need to make sure we keep our width the same, our thickness the same, rather. Even everything up. Now this file is not moving right. There, that's where we're gonna do our blade to handle transition. This file moves a lot like low carbon steel. Most files are 1095. Good files are 1095 equivalent, so they're plenty high carbon. This one does not feel like 1095 under the hammer. I couldn't tell what brand it was. There was too much rust on it. I'll lay the ruler down. I'll mark our handle length. Some of the Chinese files are case hardened. And yeah, they're not good steel. Won't make a good knife. We'll figure out what this one is in a little bit. Got our handle marked. And there's a new hardy cutter I had to make to go in this new anvil. That hardy cutter was made from an axle, car axle. So it's 4140. It's pretty decent tool steel. If you're hearing strange noises and panting in the background of this voiceover, it's because one of my dogs is standing here giving me the eye and panting at me. Right, got the dog taken care of, so she's not panting at us all the time now. So I'm putting some profile into the handle, and at the same time using that to bring the handle back down more in line with the spine of the blade. There we go. Let's put in a little more profile. It's actually turning out pretty good. Just need to make sure we keep the thickness the same. Just a little distal taper toward the back of the handle. Now this anvil's got quite a ring to it. I need to find myself a magnet and stick under the horn and take some of the ring out. Now we're putting our backward curve into the blade so that when we forge the bevels, it'll push that curve out and keep the blade from having a long sweeping arc to it. Set the bevel right on the corner of the anvil. Still learning how to use this anvil. I worked with the old one with the worn out edges for so long that having good crisp edges is a little learning curve. There we go. Work that bevel down. Pull the steel down from the spine toward the edge. And I'm only working about an inch at a time. maybe one hammerhead width at a time. No need to try to work the whole blade in one pass. No sense in it. When you're forging a blade, just take your time and go ahead and do it right. And you can see how that backward curve I'd put into it is straightening out now. This blade's a little wonky on the edge. I forced it too thin to straighten it out on the anvil, so I'll have to do a little grinding on this one. Still not sure if this blade is good high carbon steel or not. So here in a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and normalize this blade and quench it. And we'll do a file test and see if it's hard. It's pretty good. I'm not dissatisfied with what we've got going here. Everything's straight, square. So we're gonna work on the handle just a little more. Make sure everything is the way it should be. Try to planish out a few of the hammer marks. Yeah, that's not too bad. So I've taken the blade, normalized it, hardened it, and yep, the file skates. So yep, that's a good hard blade. Let's get it tempered. Okay, there's another video done. I usually do this outro outside of the forge. It's cold out there. I usually have at least a partially finished blade to show. Nah, it's still in the temper oven. The flu's trying to kill me. So thanks for watching. Be sure and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment in the comment section. Thanks. God bless and have a great night.